Liam Dalton, and for my English 333 Assignment 4A, I decided to look at the UNC and Duke Med School website. So the important factors for me when looking at a med school website are program statistics and prerequisites, which would basically help me answer the question, and the curriculum, and about if I did get in, would I want to go? So on the left-hand side, we can see the homepage of the Duke Med School website, and on the right-hand side, we can see the homepage of the UNC Med School website. So basically, I'm just going to navigate myself through these homepages to try to find answers to those two questions. So to start with Duke, we can already see that it has significantly more content on its homepage than UNC Med School does. So here's the homepage of Duke. We have this set of 4 buttons which kind of cover 4 broad categories for people who might be interested in viewing this website. We also have this education tab up at the top. And so when we drop down that tab, we can see degree programs and admissions, which is the same as this button here. And so that seems important for trying to figure out answers to the questions that I have about Duke Med School. So we go here, and then we have to choose the degree program from a list. So for me, that would be MD. So we choose that on this program page. So if we look at this page, we can see it also has 4 buttons. And then down here, it has some tabs relating to the MD PhD program and pursuing medicine in Singapore, and overall things that just aren't really important for the to look for. So we'll ignore that and just focus on this half of the page. So then we see this admissions button, which seems like a good place to go. So we go here, we into the MD admissions page. So from here we have another set of 4 buttons, and so from there you would maybe intuitively think that the MD program button would be a good one to click to find out more information about admissions in the MD program. But in reality, when you click that, it actually just takes you back to the page we're just at. So you have to click this button again, all the way back here to do that, and then try to figure out where to go. So from there, another place that might seem like a good idea is maybe the admissions process page. So you click this, it takes you to this page here. We can see we have academic expectations both here on the bulleted list in the middle and up in the sidebar on the top right. So that sounds like that would probably have some answers to what we're looking for. So when you click that, it brings you to this sort of lengthy page. So when you look at this, you kind of have a bunch of paragraphs here. If you read it, it's really just fluff. It doesn't really tell you anything about the program itself. Down here, you have a list of the courses and subject matter that's required for the MCAT, and you can easily get all that information from the AAMC page, who are the people that actually administer the MCAT. So overall, this fairly lengthy page is actually not that important. And to cut to the chase, in order to find demographic and sort of grade and MCAT score information about the matriculating class of Duke Med School, you actually have to go to this link here, which is a PDF from an alumni news article, which just kind of recounts demographic and grade information about Duke students, and it's on this page, the Office of MD Admissions. And while that's a logical page for this link to be, I found that it was kind of not intuitive at all that this would be the place to find that information, and also found it's kind of obnoxiously written and just not a good way of figuring out just kind of the hard facts about the school, sort of make a pragmatic decision about whether or not I think it'd be realistic to apply to. So if we want to find out information about the curriculum, we already saw that button here on the MD program page. So we click this button, it takes us to this page here. Not a lot going on this page, but then we see this button here, which seems promising, so you click that. Finally, we found information about the Duke curriculum. It goes into some detail, it has a month-by-month schedule for all 4 years. So that's how we find out all the information about Duke. So how about UNC? So here's the homepage for UNC Med. Again, less content than the Duke page. So we zoom in on that. We see we have this admissions link down here at the bottom. We have another education tab with a drop-down menu. MD program listed here. Surprisingly, this blue admissions title is actually not a link. It's just a title to the paragraph below it. So if you click either the admissions link on the bottom or the MD program tab at the top, it takes you over to this page, similar to the Duke page. You have to click MD program to go further. Then it takes you to this sort of tiled category, sort of akin to the buttons from the Duke page. Breaks things down by broad categories. Since we're looking for the information about the matriculating class, the grades, the MCAT scores, etc., admission requirement seems like a great place to go. So you go here, you see this prerequisite cats, it's a cool place to go. So you get to this very lengthy page. So here on top you have a list of the course requirements, that's good to know. Here down at the bottom you have MCAT information. You actually have an average MCAT score for UNC Med School matriculants. That was much more intuitive to find than I found it to be on the Duke page. But still we don't have GPA information. So maybe we'll check here. So you click this link, takes you to an even lengthier page. Right here you can see it starts talking about GPA, it's giving numbers, it's kind of exactly what you'd look for if you were just trying to find out some statistical hard facts about a med school that you were interested in. Found it interesting that step 2 actually just links you back to that MCAT page we were at previously. They sort of had a chance to consolidate everything on this page here. They opted to not do that and just link you back, which I found to be less efficient. But at least they give you this bulleted list at the top, numbered rather, sorry, and that kind of makes it easier to navigate this somewhat lengthy page. So if we're trying to find information about the curriculum, we already saw that from the prospective students page in this tiled list. So you click that, takes you to this page, which basically has links to every single phase of the curriculum, basically helps you figure out what will be happening at any given point throughout your med school career. I found it to be a very helpful site, very helpful page on the site, and overall sort of more information was given here about the curriculum than on the Duke page. So between the two websites, I found that it took me 6 clicks total, assuming you clicked everything correctly the first time, to find all the information. On the Duke page, it took me 5 on the UNC page. I found the Duke page to be more filled with fluff than the UNC page, kind of just had more broad, overarching statements that weren't important. Overall, I found the UNC page to be somewhat more intuitive to navigate and just a better site, a better user experience, but I think that both pages kind of suffered, or both sites rather, suffered from some bloat that could have been done without. Thank you.